Everybody talking about the silver and black since 1960 from Oakland to LA and back. Don't try to phone the town, it's time again to bow down. 2003, a new season is going down. The mystique of the Pirates, the number of the beast. Black Sunday in your ass, the dark side's unleashed. King Al, he's overseeing the team of the decade. When the lawyers from the goalposts of the legacy never fade. Everybody talking about the black hole, the house of thrills. And in the South, chill with the shield gets ill. Raider Nation, the hardest fans in all of sports. Violent to us, punk, it's just the last resort. Gladiator, violator, protectors of the sword. Slow patrol, 66 mob, an old school Raider mort. Our fan base rules, ain't no respect for the team you choose. Punishment, baby, the silver and black blues. Everybody talking about the present and the past. The team that made the ball, the greatest pass throughout the land. Hall of Famers, LaMonica, Charlie Smith, and Billy Cannon through the middle, you can't resist. Cliff Branch, the Snake, Matt Stewart, they kept it real. And now Gannon, Brown Rice, and Romo later still. No fucking with us, another Black Sunday. Home or away, there ain't no football if there ain't a Raider game. Man, step the fuck off me, alright? It's the Raider Nation, baby. There ain't no stopping what we do. Why am I a Raider fan? The real about this is, I don't like nobody. 31 other teams, I can give a crap about any of y'all, alright? It's about the Raiders, baby. The silver and black club, friggin' dead. And that's what you talking about, alright? Got no time for the Broncos. Got no time for the sissy ass San Francisco 40-winers. They're a bunch of butterscotch, purple shirt wearing pussies any damn way, alright? Find a bathhouse instead of a stadium, you punk. Alright, that's the real. Deliverance is you silver and black wannabes. Alright, that's real. The Chargers are the lonely South Oakland wannabe Chargers. Them a bunch of wimps too. Alright, two minutes like crap when we went down there. I'll come back at it with my steel and keep it real. And that's real. Yeah, forever, man. It's the Raiders Cowboys. I'm out of this team. Goddamn coke smoking pussies. I ain't got no time for them, man. Alright, that's real. Everybody say, they don't smoke crack no more. I know. They smoke better crack now. That's the bottom line. Jerry Jones with his face paint. Looks like friggin' Botox Jackson. Alright, that's real. I ain't even tripping. What a friggin' media man to get off our chop. That's for real, man. Talking about we're blind followers of Al Davis. We don't follow nobody blindly, and we see everything going on. The conspiracies, the snow job, the immaculate deception. We've seen it all, baby. And we'll conquer again, baby. You'll never stop the empire of the friggin' Raider Nation. We run everything, baby. Worldwide, when fan base gets up. What fan base? Show me the Lions. Show me the punk-ass Packers. The friggin' Dolphin fans. Are they up at 12 o'clock? Saturday night? The night before the game? Are they outside their stadiums? I don't think so, man. Man, you better get back off me, dude, with that stupid shit, all right? The NFL got it rigged for the Raiders, man, but we gonna overcome that. Greatest fans in sports, man, period. I'll take the Raider Nation, and I'll walk into any friggin' hardcore soccer game in Europe, and we'll fucking scare the shit out them pussies, all right? That's real talk, baby. Raiderhead, baby. In your face. Northern California girls get the best Raiderhead while I'm talking about it. Yeah, it's like that there, punk. Raider Nation.
I still hate Pittsburgh! We're going to Houston!
Yeah, man. Came over here trying to talk some crap, man. I don't even know that dude, man. Never walk up to me like that again. He's going to get a big...
All right, Raider Nation, we are back with Raider Fan Radio. These three cats, man, have done a lot for the Raider Nation, starting way back in Oakland, in the tailgates. 2 different scenes, starting out with Raiderhead too. I mean, these guys have done so much. I'm stumbling all over myself because I'm excited to bring these guys on here to share their memories.
Pull it together.
I'm trying. And see, and look, it's intense because these guys have been doing it for such a long time, man. These guys know what the hell they're doing, and they've paved the way. We just talked about people that have paved the way. And right now, the Raider Nation is big on media. And if we're to respect what happened before, which is very important as a fan base, we should come to these guys and learn. So with that being said, how y'all guys doing? Thanks for coming back on the Raider Homer channel.
Doing great, man. Great to be here.
Great.
Doing great to be on the platform. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Now,
Raider Nation, yeah. What's up, Raider Nation? Worldwide, nationwide.
Yeah, Raider Rob, man. Always full of energy, man. I'm glad you bring that energy to the channel, dude. I've learned a lot from you, bro, on what it takes to be, a media guy and be organized. So I appreciate all that. And Stoner, dude, like you said in the episode that we recorded, you found me and then introduced me to everybody. So I do appreciate you taking the time to help me out. Now,
when I saw that big yellow Raider Homer mask and you committing, talk about a commitment to excellence. You committed to that Homer mask, and from that point on, I've been a big fan.
Hey, I appreciate it.
That's right.
Now, Steph, other than the video that we recorded in Vegas, week 1 at the homeowner in Vegas in 2019, this is your first time. So let's do like a quick little interview. Tell the Raider Nation how you became a Black Hole Steph and a Raider fan, and what it means to you to be a part of Raider Nation.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Wow. When I became a Raider fan, it really goes back to birth because I am from Oakland, California, and I used to watch football with my dad and watch and sit on his knee and watch the game and look at these glasses and pictures of the players and magazines all over the house. And, you couldn't help but be a Raider fan. And I didn't live far from the Coliseum at the time, so we couldn't go to games. I was too little to go to games, so I would sit in the window and listen to the cheers from the Coliseum. And then other times when the season was off, ride my bike up to the top where that little grassy knoll area is that used to be for where the Coliseum. Yeah, before Mount Davis got there, and just look over and wonder when I could get in that stadium. So I've always grown up there. I love the Coliseum. It was my home, my second home, and it's just been a lifelong love of the Oakland Raiders. And now the Las Vegas Raiders, when they went to Los Angeles, that was kind of like extremely heartbreaking, right? And then now we have fans in Oakland that have suffered that for a third time. So it's just going to be it's going to be a love situation regardless. And also with the nation, finding out just all the different nuances and just all the different fans and all around the parking lot. It was like a party in each little section, and that was just natural. That came naturally to Oakland fans, just being out there, grilling, eating food, and then, of course, eventually...
Oh, hell yeah, we do that every day.
Right. We do that every day.
That's why I hang out with y'all, because you make the food I can go over and eat.
That's a thing in the town.
Yeah, Stone is always going to be ready to eat, right? No matter what.
I wonder why.
I just happened to. I was actually on the opposite side where the South Shield was at first, and we were kind of tailgating like several feet away from them, and I happened to this was before it was the South Shield, right?
South what?
Right, the South Lot. I think it was 1995 in the South Lot. And then I kind of moseyed my way over to the other side, the North parking lot, and came across these fans that were in this blue tent, at the time with these coverings, and there was drinking and partying and everything going on, and I just kind of fell right in. And I was actually dating a guy that was in the Black Hole at the time, and kind of walked around there with him.
Raider
and
fan radio exclusive.
Here we go.
That I could not believe. It was just like, just instant, just party situation. And that's just really what it was. And then, I mean, how do I begin to tell the story of me becoming Black Hole Steph? I mean, that was part of it. But there's so much more that I don't have enough time to really talk about. But being an original member of the Black Hole, being the one female member of the Black Hole at the time.
One of the originals, original females,
Yeah, sitting in the hole in section 105 with season tickets and, leaving the game bruised and beat up. That's why I tried to sit a few rows back. And, of course, if you can make it through the game, sipping a little bit less by the time halftime rolls around, you could definitely, experience everything and the whole party at the Coliseum.
Nice. All right, so as I said a little while ago, Raider Fan Radio, pretty much started off the whole broadcasting scene in the Raider Nation. So, Steph, what's your take on the broadcasters that have followed Raider Fan Radio?
Well, I majored in broadcasting. Once I decided I wasn't going to become a doctor, and I was going to UC Berkeley. Media's always been
beauty
part
too.
Media's
Got a
always
double
been.
BA, baby, in beauty.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
I think, it's just a thing of technology at this point. Not everybody is somebody that's trained in broadcasting. It's something that it just comes naturally, and it's also something that it's a talent, it's an art form that you have to work at. But with the technology that emerged prior to us, coming out with internet radio in 2002, we were the first to do that. This is just, it's part of progress. It's part of what is happening now, and it's an opportunity for people all over the world to pick up their microphone, log in and get on their computer from Oakland to Afghanistan and just talk about the Raiders, talk about the Raider Nation, and talk about what's happening in their community. So it's an opportunity for all people around the world now with the technology that we have. So I can't hate on anybody for that, right? And it's just what it is. So welcome aboard to all the broadcasters out there. And just make sure you promote the Raider Nation and its realness. Be creative. Just, don't do the things that everybody else is doing. Yeah, exactly, Raider Rob. Yes, the original. And that's really what it is for me and all the broadcasters that
know what the
come
fuck
after
you're talking
Raider Fan
about.
Radio. Right, and talk about the team. I mean, the team, the play. What do you want to see from this team? We invest a lot in the Raiders and in the NFL, and it's like we have to have more of a say, and we have to take what we want. That's an Al Davis saying, and that's our mentality as Oakland Raider Nation, as Oakland fans. We take what we want, and that's what we have to do here. We have to let the world know what we're really about. We're not just rah-rah. We're about football, Raider football, and we want to see punishing defense. We want to see an offense that throws the ball downfield, and we want to have fans that scream the loudest, which we do. And so that's what's up, so welcome aboard.
That me, man. I want to put on a helmet now and go hit somebody.
Hell yeah, me too.
Man, I want to pass the torch, definitely. I couldn't object anything without the two fabulous, incredibly talented men that are on the line right now.
It's all true.
Come on.
Dude. Tell
I agree with you
100%.
100%.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So, Stoner Dude, y'all are in Vegas now. Y'all are such a big part of the tradition in Oakland. So what's it going to take to bridge this gap between the Oakland fan base and the Vegas fan base as far as tailgates and unity and things like that?
Well, I'm going to combine a little bit of what Steph just said, and I have been listening this evening to your show tonight, to all the fans talking. And I did like some of the things I hear because it was reminiscent. It made me think about the old days, or I don't know how old, past 20 years, being in Oakland and tailgating and making friends, and not only just friends, but I mean people who became our family. We became family with each other. We've known each other for so long. It transcends way past the game. I mean, we get to know each other in our home lives, our personal lives. So when I think about all that put together, and I go back in time when Steph just said we take what we want, that's exactly what we did before, and that's what we're going to have to do again. And I look at that brand new shiny stadium, and it's like, you know what? I don't even think Vegas, and they don't even know what they're in for yet, man, because that's what's going to happen.
Right.
It's going to be like, when you think of the Oakland Coliseum, it wasn't just the stadium, it was that whole entire area around it. Parking lots everywhere around it. It was a lot of space to take up, and the Raider fans took up all that space. And there was porta potties. There was places to put ashes for your charcoal, for your barbecues. Right. And not only that, but there was a cleanup crew that came in at the end of the day, you know? So I look at that site now and I just go, man, what's going to happen when to these local businesses when a bunch of drunk Raider fans are going to have to take a piss, you know? Right. Or if they just want to party and hang out with their friends and just party. They're going to do it. They're going to do it no matter what. They don't wait around for someone to tell them, oh, this is your designated section over here. Only do it right there. You know what they do. They come in and they just take over. So I'm interested to see what that...
You know you got that PC culture now, though, and a lot of Raider fans are succumbing to that PC shit they got going on now. Right. You know, that old overly polite shit.
I agree with you, but at the same time, like I said, there were some of the fans that I heard talking today. I think that they have that attitude of like, we're just going to do it. We're just going to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that and being part of it. You know, when we went and did it, like we were talking about earlier, 20 years ago, when we started the band, when my band started the band Raiderhead, and we went out in the parking lot, it wasn't because someone said, hey, you're allowed to do this. We just did it. And people came, right? Yeah. When you did the Black Hole, you had the DJs and you had the bands come. It wasn't because you asked permission. You just did it. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. I know this. This is exactly why I moved here. This is what I'm about. So I'm going to do it. Raider Fan Radio is going to do it. We're going to keep doing what we do. So it's going to be a lot of fun along the way. And when they come in, they try to put the kibosh on it or shut this down or try to stop that. We're just going to move over to the side and do it again and keep going. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hell yeah.
And I just want to say, too, just to give some context to something I heard earlier on the show, and peace to all the Oaktown legends that are being recognized tonight and the others that are still to come. You all sound great, fabulous, and I love your passion and what you stand for. The Metallica show. Back 2002, just need to let it be known, Raiderhead and Stoner Dude's band, along with Don Ho and Mutt and Van Dammit, you know, they were the ones, Jimmy Hire one, they were the ones that set the tone in the South parking lot. The South parking lot used to be like a golf course back in 95 through the time that Stone and them got out there. Of course, you had Kingsford Kurt and all them, and that's where all the RVs used to be at. So it was kind of a barren place. That's where we used to go from the North Lot, D Lot, and what have you, and go over there and get high or just walk around and, you know, just stretch our legs or whatever. It hadn't been filled in yet. But when Raiderhead got there, they brought that musical component, that entertainment component, and the South End zone, as the team got more popular after Chucky got hired, you started to see it fill up more, and they became the premier entertainment over there. And so that made that Metallica came. Metallica and all of them, they had already known, you know, that there was a culture and an atmosphere there that they could piggyback off on. So I don't want to misconstrue that people think Metallica just pulled the fuck up, you know, and jumped out on the benevolence of wanting to rock the Raider fan. Okay, they came there to steal a spotlight from what Raiderhead had already laid down before them. So, you know, let's keep it real. Let's keep it, you know, true 100 around here.
Absolutely.
And also because of all these things that we're talking about, all these events, that's what brought me together with Raider Rob and Black Hole Steph. In other words, once we all started getting a little bit of a notoriety and started making new friends and meeting each other, we clicked right away, and we combined our talents together too. And here we are 20 years later, still doing it, Raider Fan Radio. Now we got our YouTube channel. And it's something that, I'm just happy about it. I'm proud about it. And it's given me a lot of opportunities to express myself as an artist and being creative. And I'm excited now to see what happens now. What kind of fires are we going to light for the future?
And again, to give it context, shout out to another unsung legend, Tim Del Rosario, who was the editor and the producer of our show at first, which spawned from his magazine that premiered in 1997, Raider Fan Magazine, which was the first magazine that represented the Raider fans. It was a magazine by Raider fans for Raider fans. And as you see on our set, on our TV show, we have a copy with a Skullman from L.A. Up there on there right now. So, shout out to Tim Del Rosario. I'm giving out a Legend Award tonight to myself, buddy. Hope you don't mind. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, go ahead, man.
We definitely want to give Tim his props. Tim actually recruited me because, I was I was in media separately, but I wasn't really focused on that. And when I saw what Tim was doing with the magazine, and just in the way he was promoting Raider fans, it was really an inspirational thing for a lot of fans to join on. And the fact that he was media, he's doing these interviews, he's really paving the way for all of us to be media and to be taken seriously as media.
I'll never forget the first day that Tim Del Rosario came up to me and said, I want to start a radio show called Raider Fan Radio, and I want to get together with Raider Rob. And I'm like, that's the dude who screams Raider Nation on the radio every day and got me all hyped up. And now I'm going to sit and talk with this dude and hang out. And again, that was 20 years ago, and here we are 20 years later. So, yeah, you got to give Tim Del Rosario a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Eye for talent.
That's cool. Yeah, like I said, y'all guys were a part of the original, section of the fan base that went into media. And of course you're going to know people like Tim Del Rosario that started Raider Fan Magazine. You can send me the copy of that, Rob. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about, though, is that this fan base is so inspired to do more for each other, to bring you, one-on-one situations with the people that you may not be able to see all the time in person. That shit's great, man. And I love to see that it's continuing on, and I think that's really, it's a good testament, right, to what can happen as far as bringing the Oakland flavor to Vegas. Like, what happened in Oakland was inspiring enough that it doesn't really have to die. Even though it's not in Oakland, the Raiders aren't in Oakland anymore, you can still, and it's going to be different, but it will evolve, but still have that flavor, the tradition of, culture, dedication, and unity, right? I think that's a big thing right now, especially, overall in the world today, is unity. So, yeah, y'all have gone from...
Go ahead. Alert for a lot of the Raider Nation out there, being the founder and the creator of the Raider Nation. Okay, and to piggyback on what Steph just said, in all aspects of what a society should be, the idea that I had for it, and I've talked to you about this, Homer, before, it has spawned that. It spawned that to be its own society. I love the music montage you have. It's just like society. We got heavy metal, we've got hard rock, we've got 4-dub with the hip hop, you know what I'm saying? We got the reggae tune, which is also 4-dub, him taking and expounding on different musical cultures and blending into a Raider thing. Raiderhead, of course, with the way that they have done great rock songs and redone great rock songs, rearranged them in some of their originals, you know what I'm saying, that have really permeated and helped create that entertainment culture, and everybody that's followed behind that. And, and when it comes to media, all of that, it has become a society, and it is supposed to evolve. And when it evolves, the newness of any incarnation generationally of the Raider Nation takes on its own form. And I really am just humbled, but also just proud to see what everyone is assuming in their own characters and personalities in their own places and creating this widespread, like you said, unified front of representing the silver and black and representing it with great articulation, great passion, and, of course, with the flavor of the Raider Nation was, which is no apologies, no excuses, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the way to be, you know, no apologies, no excuses, doing it the way that it's supposed to be done. So, look, check it out. You had just stated, right, that you're, you know, you're the original guy that was doing Raider Nation, man. So that's kind of just blown up, right? So without, you know, giving away any trade secrets or you know, going through all the details, what advice do you have, Raider Rob, for the Raider Nation as far as protecting your ideas and properties? Because here we are in this information age, this media age, and it's so easy to copy and paste and share and save. And so, I mean, what advice do you have to the Raider Nation?
It's
Right.
deal, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's real talk. Well, you know, first of all, the one thing that we push and have been pushing since our second incarnation here on YouTube is that please support Raider fan business. Okay, and that means any Raider fans, you know, nationwide, worldwide, that are in business, entrepreneurship for them, we want to support each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we really want to push and want to encourage. Oh, wow. Great question, Homer. You know, me, Steph, and Stone all have a background in business and understand that the backbone of business, number one, is relating to the public and having a product that can relate to the public because they're going to be your revenue. They're going to be the ones that are going to support you. And those are the ones that you first have to give back to. So, you know, you have to learn about business management. You know, you have to learn about promotion because that's where your audience is going to come from. Marketing, sales, manufacturing. And you got to know how to manage expenses, you know, and understand that money is in the licensing. You know, the ownership of your products and merchandise and sales. You know, I've tried to, you know, express that to a number of the business associates, past and present, and some of them just don't get it. You know, licensing, for all of you that know anything about the music industry, is like owning your masters in music. Stone, of course, knows that. Owning his masters, I do music, and a funk musician, I own my masters. You know what I'm saying? We own our show. You gotta own what you create if you're a creator. Just because you're a fan and you're screaming and yelling or whatever, but if you come up with a concept for a T-shirt, or you've created a fan club, or what have you, you've now just that quick became a businessman. You know what I'm saying? The Raider homies, they're a business. You know, that's a business entity. And, you know, you've got to own that. You've got to own it. And like I said, just like in the music industry, you're owning your masters, you know, never, ever sell your licensing rights. You know, you never do that. Copyright and trademark, you know, any entity that you're going to go public with. You know, and don't tell motherfuckers your ideas, okay, until they're protected. You know, don't, you know, have a lawyer. You got to get a lawyer, you know, and if you're going to go big with it and you're serious about it, like I said, you're going to get into sales products and merchandise, have a lawyer, preferably a business lawyer, and preferably a lawyer that understands entertainment, because part of promotion, what we've been doing for years and individually, is much along the lines of how you promote, you know, rock promotions and rap promotions, hip hop, what have you, music. You take your cues from that and study the business. That's what you got to do. You know, most of all, study the business. But don't tell nobody what you're doing until you've got it protected. And you know, that's pretty much it. You know, you've got to believe in your product. You got to believe in what you're selling. You can't be sheepish about asking for people to pay for something if you're going to go into merchandising, whatever. And a lot of Raider fans have been entrepreneurial, you know, and we were very entrepreneurial with the Black Hole, you know, when we started and what have you, and kind of set the tone for that. And the Wiz Zone and Spike and Howie, Violator, a lot of other ones paved the way of showing how to market yourself, you know, and be your own self-contained brand. So that would be my advice, you know, is make sure you got a lawyer, make sure you study the business, all those key points that I just told you about, and believe in your product, you know, and treat your customers right. Treat your customers right and treat your partners right. You know what I'm saying? But never, ever, ever, for nothing, give up your licensing and give up what you own to anybody. Make sure they pay a percentage to use it. And that's the bottom line.
All right, cool,
But
man.
now I got this big ass mansion in Las Vegas.
You know, wait, something that you did mention, Rob, too, just in light of that, you know, if some big-time names or big-time lawyers are slithering up to you about your product or your idea, make sure that you, again, don't give up any game, but also don't talk to them. Don't be intimidated by them. You know, just because they have this look and they have maybe this big brand behind them, why are they in your face?
Got a fancy business card.
Right. You know, all of that. You know, I just look at, you know, John Vella, who had Vella Locker Room, and that was just a fantastic store where we used to buy all of our merchandise.
One of our mentors. One of our
mentors that was on Raider Fan Radio with us, one of the Raider legends that was on Raider Fan Radio and did an exclusive interview with us that you'll eventually find, you know, in the future on our website, RaiderFanRadio.Vegas, really shared what happened to his business and what happened to Vella's Locker Room and why there's now all these stores all over called a Raider Image Store. So be careful and also just be wise and listen to those legends when they're telling you about their business. And Raider Rob being the creator of Raider Nation, and Stoner Dude being the creator of Raiderhead, and just really paying attention to how they were able to proceed and also, maintain your ownership.
Cool.
Yeah, understand, too, as hard as it might take to recognize, like I said, the Raider Nation is a nation. It's a society. So you got shady Raider fans. You got Raider fans that are up and no good. Raider fans that are trying to take advantage of you. You know, so it ain't no different than any other society. You know, so, you know, we keep it real, man. We don't sit here and front. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's all right. That's what I need. That's what we want here on the Raider Homer channel. We don't want fake shit. We want real shit. This is Oaktown Legends, right? The city of hustle, as you said in the past, man. I mean, we had a conversation the other day, man. You were on fire, dude. But I can, like I said, I can appreciate that passion, man, because it's truth. It's 100% how you feel, and it makes me have to, you know, be on my toes sometimes a little bit and think through for myself and be able to, you know, hold up my end of the bargain and conversation, man. So it's all good. Definitely important to be 100%, man. Now look, check it out, man. Oakland Raiders Savage, he says, Raider Rob, met him when I was a kid. He knows my father, bass player Sal Ramos from the Black Hole.
Is that Sal Ramos' son?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yes, I remember when he was a kid, man, the Lowdown Band. They were the band for the Black Hole for many years and set the tone on live tailgate music, particularly when the Raiders came back. And, yeah, I thought so. I saw him in the thread. What's up, Richard Savage? Tell your father and everybody I said what's up. Yes, Seth, that is him. That's him, Seth.
Wow, yay, Slow Down Band. Peace out to the South, Black Hole South. Love you, man. We want to see that band again in a parking lot somewhere near you.
Make sure they tell them to send their information at RaiderFanRadio@gmail.com and check us out on our YouTube channel, Raider Fan Radio.
Man, we got to go on tour when this thing opens back up and they start fucking around, you know, with this bullshit. We got to have Ford Dub. We got to have Raiderhead, you know, the Lowdown Band reunion. You know, and welcome to all the hot Raider Nation destinations in America. You feel me?
Hey, I'm with it, man. I want to be there. I want to see that in person.
We'll get you up on stage, Homer, but you got to wear that mask.
I'm going to wear the mask and play the guitar, bro. That's what I do.
Hey, you know what? Raider Homer can shred, too. Raider Homer can shred, man. Raider Homer can shred. He can play that guitar, man.
Oh, yeah.
I see it, man. He's awesome.
I'm okay.
You know Raider Homer.
Oh, you don't know how to pimp yourself, do you?
Huh?
You say you don't know how to pimp yourself. Oh, I'm okay.
Well, I kick ass, man. Hell yeah, I shred, man. All right, cool.
I just wanted to say, back on the whole note of, you know, you doing the legend thing and what have you, which is very appreciative and very honorable of you to recognize and reach out to so many of the great Oakland legends, past and present. and honor them. Like I said, man, everybody make sure you check out the Raider Homer channel, Monday Night Live, and he's got a number of shows going on. He's a triple threat when it comes to this medium, and is really upholding the Raider tradition of recognizing each other, you know, and so I appreciate it. And, you know, I'm not who I am without a lot of other people, and I know you may never get to a lot of other people, but whenever I have a platform like this, I try to give some love back to, you know, as we say, what got you there and the people that got you there, because Raider Rob didn't do this alone. So if you don't mind, real quick, I'll just run this down. Got to give some Black Hole love to the real founder and the business visionary to Black Hole Dave Monzo, who we lost last year.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, a great friend of mine. And just love him so much, and Monzo family. Junebug August, David August, Prince August, Black Hole Satan, Tim Cunningham, Black Hole Delmar Rich, John Martinez, Cheesy, one of the top grillers in the tailgating game, Berto, Harry Krause. He was the man that made the dummy that everybody saw back in the day. Harry Krause, Black Hole Maldo, Papa Maldo, Gorilla Rilla, of course, my friend. Mark, for many, many, many years, some of the young kids, man, Matt, Brandon, Alex, Black Hole Andrew, who was affectionately called Black Hole Hitler. If you ever saw him, you know why. Margarita, Desiree, her call from the Black Hole Section 105 was always, fuck the cheese! So she'll be screaming at her TV next week for the whole afternoon. Black Hole Steph, of course, Stoner Dude, Michael Anthony, all the costume fans, of course, the Violators and the Spikes and the Howies, all those cats, Skulls, you know, Skates, who is gone now, and some of the others, Smokey, Pat and Larry Master, the Strike Force. You see them in the Black Hole with the flight helmets on and what have you. And just so many of you that helped me be who I was and allowed me and tolerated me when I was on my upswing back in the day. I'm an old man now, but there's so many more that are legends. They are legends to me, and I thank them for what they meant to my rise and success.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Paying tribute to the Oaktown legends is what this show is all about, man. All right, cool. So, look, we're running a little late, man, so tell the Raider Nation how they can find you on social media and where they can hear you.
Well, you can definitely find us at youtube.com, Raider Fan Radio. And then if you put Raider Fan Radio Vegas in there, that'll help you find us. Also, as Stone always says, contact us at RaiderFanRadio@gmail, as well as Raider Fan Radio Oakland Facebook. So you can find us on Facebook, which will eventually link to our Instagram page, which is RaiderFanRadio.Vegas. And our website on its way and will premiere. We'll have a launch party, and that'll be RaiderFanRadio.Vegas.
Nice.
And if you want to check out Raiderhead, you can find Raiderhead/LV on Facebook. And go on YouTube and type in Raiderhead and Viva Los Raiders. You'll hear the new song by Raiderhead.
Woo!
Viva Los Raiders!
Radio. I can be found on Raider Fan Radio. You can also hit me at True Raider Nation at Yahoo. And just want to let y'all know what's been running on our show right now. Stir up some controversy right now. Enough with the bullshit. Derek Carr has got to go. No more Carvin. Okay, as Dr. Stone said. All right, so we've been proposing on our show the last 3 weeks, and I want to reiterate it to the nation so you all can sleep on it. All right, Derek Carr, Justin Moreau, Terrell Williams, our first round, a 17th overall, a 2021 draft, and our fourth round and a 2023 pick to Jacksonville for the #1 pick for Trevor Lawrence, TL16, to come be the box office superstar, rock star of the Las Vegas Raiders and the Raider Nation. Get with it or sit on it, baby, but it's time to get rich or die trying. Yeah, thanks, Homer. It's been great, baby. We appreciate it.
Hey, likewise, man. I'm going to let you off, though, on the Derek Carr issue. I'm going to let you off on that one.
You ain't letting me off shit.
I'm letting you off. We're letting you off, dude.
All right.
I ain't jinxed him. He jinxed himself.
All right, guys. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Love you, Raider.
Love you, too.
Good night, Raider Nation.
All right, cool. All right, Raider Nation, man. Make sure you find Raider Fan Radio on social media, Raider Fan Radio LV. Dude, they're doing some great things. They're on YouTube, man. Those guys are really getting it done, man. They're showing, small things, man. Like they barely have, I think they got 500 subscriptions, man, subscribers, but they're getting thousands of views, man, because it's not about subscriptions. It's about building that audience and making that connection, and that's what they do. They have that history. So make sure you find them on social media. And like I said, man, I appreciate Raider Fan Radio for coming on. Oaktown Legends. All right, Raider Nation. Yeah, we're having technical difficulties, but we are recording this, so don't worry about it. This is all going to be posted later. So next, we got Asylum, who is Sal Ramos' son, we were just talking about. We got, that's Raider Savage. Jesus, now I'm stumbling. Next up, we got Savage, Asylum, and Raider Bear. So let's get to it.